Testing 1, 2. No intro really tonight. Gosh, there's only 23 people already.
We are the intro.
And if you're watching on YouTube and it's still messed up, you can blame Liz for that. I don't know what she did to that thing. What's up, Fudd?
Well, I'm sure people got sick of seeing that much in close of your face.
Yeah, but I don't know. There. I can zoom in a little. All right. Two spots left in Bama Blues. 2. I've had 2 people reach out today, but they must have got nervous. Ghosting, baby. What's up, Justin? The man right there. Look at that. So we picked
It was our day 4
day 4
giveaway.
and he won a fishing trip with us. Let's bring that up real quick. We'll share a few things that we've got going on. Then we'll talk about Bama Blues. Okay. Share. Because we got a lot going on. So we're going to try to catch everybody up real quick. So let's start back at day 1. What was day 1? No.
Day 1 was a shirt and a hat.
So right here, we had a day 1 of 6 giveaway. You just had to comment, and our day 1 winner was Coldell. One with this picture. That's Rhett doing a Merry Christmas thing. Day 2
was a hoodie.
We gave away a sweatshirt, Twisted Cat Outdoors sweatshirt. And that winner was
Jacob Longley.
Look at that guy. I don't know where he caught that fish, but he got a beautiful background. Day 3 was Stranger Things theme. And we gave away a Rip and Lip Super Cat rod. And let's see if I can zoom in on this. So if you can tell right here, Liz has a bloody nose. If anybody watches Stranger Things,
we just started like 4 days ago. Just finished season 1.
We don't know much about it, but my brother's family, our nieces, had this little Stranger Things box here.
And her shirt and the makeup.
And the shirt, makeup, and some Eggos, I guess, is the thing that
that 11 eats.
That 11 eats. So day 3 winner was Julie with Run and Gun catfishing. And then day 4, we thought, let's do a fishing trip. Maybe some crazy people want to go on a fishing trip with us. So we did a fishing trip, and best comment. So pretty good, 174 comments. But the main thing is we wanted to just really pick a genuine comment that, we felt.
It was hard to pick.
It was hard. There was a lot of good comments.
More people than I thought want to fish with us. Even though we are constantly saying, could you imagine if someone was on the boat with us at all times? Because I don't know.
There's some really, it was tough. So it was tough, but we picked Steven, and I think he's from the Dallas, Texas area. So we're excited to do that. And yesterday was Tom, his 40th birthday. I think he just turned 40, or that's what he claims anyways, but happy birthday, Tom, from yesterday. And then that was on the yesterday. That was the fishing trip giveaway. And then today, day 5 of 6, we're giving away a pretty sweet prize. We're going to probably announce it in the next 50 minutes, but a Striker Impulse rain jacket and pant. So that is what Liz is wearing in this picture. So
it's a Striker Impulse.
Yeah, it's a Striker Impulse. It's about a $225 deal, and it's a lightweight, really really nice rain jacket, and it goes into a little bag. Packable.
They each go in their little bag.
All you got to do, like the post, follow the Twisted Cat page, comment, and answer this question: what's your best fishing moment of 2025? Big fish, funny story, kids first catch, tournament win. We got 173 comments. So a lot of comments, a lot of cool little stories here.
So maybe we'll announce that before. Well, you'll have to. So I'll do it,
but it's going to be on the most likes, I think was who did that, right?
Yes.
And then tomorrow, what should we give away tomorrow? That's the question. What should tomorrow be? And then, that was announcing who won our trip and the podcast. And then, they didn't see what you opened up, but we'll talk about that later. They can get a hint from your hat, maybe. And then, obviously, now we're live. So, can you see it? EFC? Yeah, maybe not. Okay, let's catch up with some. What's up, Devin, Justin, and the man right there that won the fishing trip with us. We're super excited to go out with you, spend a day on the water with you. It'll be fun, I promise. Sorry for the late post, but I could not send her pick in. Well, thanks, Nick. How's everybody? Everybody's good tonight so far. What's up? What's up, Trey? JT, YouTube is, I don't know. We're working on the YouTube thing. Wanda, we're gonna go. You already got a fishing trip that you owe us, so just hold off on that, all right? How was the fishing on your recent trip in Morgan City? The fishing was really good. Fun.
Good time. Nice weather. Much better than Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the weather was beautiful. The only thing that obviously we've learned, and we're gonna make sure we have radar on the next boat, is the fog is unreal.
We got there, it was foggy. 2 days. Our last day was nice. We traveled back in fog. About halfway home, it was all right. And then when we got home, it was foggy here too.
Yeah.
So fog.
Yeah.
Which can be dangerous.
Yes. But it was a fun, caught a ton of reds, ton of blues, and Rhett had a blast. If you've seen some of that. So much fun. We don't always post everything, or we don't post everything on Twisted Cat. So if you want to see a lot more behind the scenes of what Liz and I do, you can follow her page, Liz Nagy, or my page, Alex Nagy. And then that's where we post a lot more of like our, what we're doing throughout the week and stuff like that. Can't wait for the February show. Yeah. So we're super excited. This is kind of like a lull in things because it's Christmas, it's New Year's. A lot of companies kind of take a couple days off. We're just finalizing host hotel stuff. We got a couple new vendors, the layout, a ton of things are coming together right now. As you followed that Facebook page, remember right now it's called the Twisted Cat Outdoors Fishing Expo. Everything will be coming in 3 weeks. You're going to know so much information. You won't even know what to do with it all. So, we're excited about the show too. JT Ray, there's 2 videos on YouTube. One is for short feed, the other. Yeah. So maybe flip your screen if you're on YouTube. What's up, Jesse? What's going on, man? We'd love to see you do some traveling this year, man. So just like I said in your post, come on with it. What's up, Mike? Nebraska Wildcats. Scoop Steve's in the house.
Scoop Steve. Did I win?
Nothing yet. You always win. Hey, Chrissy.
Hello.
Chris, I bet I wasn't even in the top 10. Happy belated birthday. Another 1v1 spot.
For a giveaway.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
What's up, casting queen, Lindsay?
Hello.
Hey, share where you're from, where you've been fishing at. What's your favorite? We've been following some of your stuff. We didn't know where some of your favorite bodies of water are. Donald Moore, give away a free tournament entry. I like it. Can we do that?
Can we do that? That would be tomorrow's the last day. You gonna go all in?
How about this? On this live that we're on.
Bama? What?
Bama, not Bama. How about this, Donald? If we get 100 likes on this live feed by 9 o'clock, we'll give away a tournament entry fee tomorrow.
To where?
To
wherever they want to go?
To any regular season event.
To any regular $300 entry fee?
Yes. So that is all Twisted Cat tournaments besides Bama Blues and the Alton Catfish Classic. So
and y'all better get to liking and follow and sharing.
So make sure you. I don't know. Make sure you like this, and like I said, if you like this, if this Facebook Live gets over 100 likes, then we'll give away a tournament entry fee.
It's already gone up to 31.
Yeah. What's up, Wayne?
I guess I got.
He said he can't wait. Yes, we're excited to be in Alton. A rod, a trip, rain gear. How about a reel? That's not a bad idea. A reel.
I mean, you do have.
Awesome, Boise too. Thanks
a
for
lot
that.
of
Hey, Danny, we appreciate it. It was something that we talked with our friends over at Lux Deck. They wanted to do some stuff. I thought, you know what? Let's give some stuff away and have some fun during this downtime. One of those fancy boats. Daniel on traveling Blammo Blue. Safe travels. Getting more stock for the show.
I'm gonna share that.
What's up, Greg? Mr. DeBoer, aka the Net King.
He is. I need lessons.
Hey, we're trying, but Lauren, you guys had a pretty good thing too that we read. Another his and hers and close to the Quad City. We are trying. We just haven't got that finalized yet. We are trying. But here's what we will do if we can't finalize an event that will maybe host a tournament. We'll still just throw something fun together, and Liz and I will take the boat up to, let's just say, Muscatine, and then anybody that wants to come, throw in $50 or whatever, and just have a fun time. What's up, Steven? Oh, Rick Green. Hey, Rick, you got to change your profile pic, man. It makes me just thinking life's bad there, dude. I like to see you smiling. Take me fishing. What's up, Monty? Non-Bama Blues for sure.
Blamma.
I'm in for a tournament entry. What's up, y'all?
Get it liked.
Follow me on Catfish Hookers Ohio River Group. I'm from Ohio.
You're 48 right now.
Halfway there.
Halfway.
Christy said he was crazy. Make it a random draw. I like a random draw for the winner.
Ooh, if you're commented or what?
So you got to. Well, we got to get 100. We got to get 100 likes. So let's not even worry about it until we get there. No bingo tonight. Nate Blint.
What? No bingo in the house?
Yeah, not yet. Nebraska, it won't be up. Oh my gosh, look at this cat. One of these days, we're going to stop by your house and get some of that good Cajun food.
We had some gumbo on Christmas Day,
We did.
but it was like, I don't know if you'd call it Illinois-style gumbo. I like rice and baby shrimp and sausage in it. Still, it was not Louisiana.
So we have been, like I said, just 100 miles an hour. We've got a lot of things going on. A big shout out to Kyle Brosnick that came up that 2 days ago. That was on Sunday. No, Saturday. So Kyle came up around, 9:30 Saturday morning, and we had the Twisted Cat enclosed trailer in the shop. And we just went over the wheel bearings. We had one seal that was leaking, so we've got that replaced. Checked the brakes. 2 of the wires were broke. Fixed the wiring on the brakes. Notice we had some of the inside of the tires, the tread wear a little bit different. So tomorrow morning, I'm taking that to Jim Gillenwater. He does great work by all my tires from Jim, and just right across here in Southeast Iowa, at Discount Tire. Jim will take good care of you. But going to take the trailer there tomorrow morning, and then we've got the big checks in. And then we can show them the banner, right?
Yeah, I think we should also show them our video I made last night.
Oh yeah. So this is a sneak peek that Classic is doing for us. It's the sponsors that we have finalized so far for the season. But this is the background for the Bama Blues tournament. This will be on the big stage. So this is 24 foot wide by, I think, 12 foot tall. So it's going to be right in the middle between the Bama Blues, and the sponsors will be a big, like it'll be split in two, but just so it's not so hard to put together for 24 foot. But we want to really focus on the No Excuse Tour 2026 here. And again, our sponsors that we've got back here in 2026. And if you know people looking to be a part of Twisted Cat, have them reach out to us. We are excited to have that conversation. So that's the background. The trophies are a lot better than last year. They're not just plaques. So we've got big checks and we've got some big trophies. And golly, the payout is unreal.
Even right now, with 2 boats shy.
Even with 2 boats shy, it's still going to hit 40,000. So first place is 40,000. You think I would know the payout, right? It's terrible. Let's check it out. Well, while I have this pulled up, let's add this. So just real quick, let's show you a quick website, because we've had some issues with people trying to find the rules, asking questions. So again, you pull up twistedcatoutdoors.com and boom, your homepage is right here. This will all be updated for 2026, but here's 2025. So if you want to go find out how you did last year in Decatur, you can click on that Decatur. It'll take you to where you need to go. But here you go. Decatur, Alabama, Garland, Texas, Alton Catfish Classic. Let me make sure you can't register. I do have one of them open.
So you
can't register for
that shows last year's.
Yeah.
Well, this year.
But hint, and this is why I always say watching these podcasts are important. I think Garland is open. Let's find out. So anyways, 2026 tournaments, Garland, Texas. You click it. Here is all your information, your rules. Everything is going to be on this main page. Entry fee, refunds. Some of this is getting just dialed in because I got to take some of these deals out because I'm not a programmer. Captain's meeting. But if you read, there's going to be some changes next year.
Mm-hmm. Garland will be the first.
Garland's going to be the first. You ready for it? Registration closes at 9 p.m. on Friday, January 30th. So if you want to register, you don't have to be at that captain's meeting, but you better register online at 9 o'clock. Everything shuts off. We're going to be writing checks. It's all done. No registration the morning of the tournament. So
all fast lines.
Fast lines. Another thing that we're going to be implementing, and you're going to see it just like in Bama. Boom. Boats 1 through 25, 6 a.m., 25 through 50, and so on. So boat number will matter, just like it's mattering for Bama Blues. One other little change is you see teams may begin moving once launched. So let's say that you're that first 1 through 25. Boat 1 will leave first at 6, but let's say gets his boat in at 6:10 or 6:05. You can start fishing at 7. But you see that there's no more lines in at 7. Must be in the weighing line at 4. So you're going to get a little bit more time to fish. We'll get it. 6 p.m. the day prior to the event. Pre-fishing after this time, boats must be off tournament waters. Tournament waters are any water accessible by boat on tournament day. So make sure you read these rules. They're super easy to find right there. We're just finalizing these rules, and we're finalizing the Alton Catfish Classic. As you see here, it'll still say 2025. And all this will be updated. But this, I think, Garland, Texas, click for registration.
It's open.
and somebody already got in.
Yeah.
Power Catfish, JT Ray is in the house. So you'll register right there. Something different that we did change to make it even easier, you go to About the Tournament, or let's say you want to go to Rules. Now it'll relink you back to the page in the ACA site. So again, that's just going to be all your information. So let's just real quick go over Decatur, Alabama rules. I know some of you are on here just for that, and we're going to fly through these. But entry fee $1,000 with a $40 processing fee for online payments. You can also, we had a lot of people send checks for $1,000. There's the mailing address. No refunds are accepted within 10 days. Registration cap, something new that if you've not read the rules carefully, so pay attention here. This tournament is capped at 100 boats. Right now we're at 98 boats. Registration for next year's event will open on June 1st and run through July 1st. During this initial registration period, priority will be given to anglers who participated in this year's event. After July 1st, any remaining spots that are open are open to any interested participants until the 100 boat limit is reached. So for example, we've done this in the past.
Blocker.
We got to spam. We got to block real quick. Hold
Sorry,
on.
Amelia. You can't have all our friends.
Yeah. Amelia does not. We don't. Rick Green, do not send or answer Amelia Nat's
friend request. She just wants to go fishing with you.
Yeah. Do not take her fishing. Okay. So this again, what this does is this is our way to say, hey, thanks for the people that supported us this year at 100 boats. And for that, we're going to give that 100 boats the month of June.
Amelia, a long time.
Where's that at?
Running gun.
You guys are
She
killing
just
me.
wants a friend, Dylan said.
Okay. All right. Back to that. So again, registration. This is how we're going to do the Alton Classic again this year. Get this rolling again. 100 boats. I know somebody said, hey, why can't you take 120 or 117 or don't cap it? 100 is plenty for this event. That's all we want. It's a great number of boats. It's $100,000 plus payout. So if you are registered this year and you fish this tournament, June 1st to July 1st, every angler that was a part of this tournament gets to register, and then it opens up to the public. So that's something new here. Again, make sure, and we'll go over at the captain's meeting. And the captain's meeting obviously is at the pavilion at Ingalls Harbor from 5 to 7. We will shoot to start the meeting at 6. Boat check and launch will be at 6 a.m. One person has to be at the captain's meeting. Make sure at least one participating angler from each team must be present. And then here's these stage times that I will have pictures for everybody. It's going to be really, really nice setup. Boats 1 through 25 will start at 6, 26 through 50, 6:10, 51 through 75 at 6:20. Now all you lose is travel time. Tournament hours 7:30 to 3:30, and then back by 5. And we got some lights this year because we'll probably be weighing in the dark. 3 fish, 2 over 34, 1 under, 10 rods in the boat. Teams are limited to a maximum of 3 people. Additional members are allowed only if they are 14 years old or younger, and as long as the boat's capacity is not exceeded. Youth award eligibility. To qualify for the youth award, the youth angler must be 14. So we just kind of made that where we, what the youth award is. Another big thing, if you've not read these, forward-facing live sonar. The use of forward-facing sonar or real-time live sonar technology is strictly prohibited during tournament day. This includes, but is not limited to, Garmin LiveScope, Lowrance Active Target, Humminbird Mega Live, or any similar technology capable of real-time forward, downward, or 360-degree fish or bait observation. Forward-facing or live sonar may not be used for any purpose, including locating observing, targeting, or monitoring fish or bait of any species during tournament day. That means none at all. From when you put in to you take out, 0. Violation, you will be disqualified. And then you got some stuff on bait. A lot of this stuff you already know, but just make sure you read the rules, and we'll go over every single word at the captain's meeting for the Bama Blues. And again, 98 boats. My goal was 75. I thought if we hit 75, because there were some people there was some hate. Like they were throwing that hate. Just throwing it. 360 is out. Yes, any live.
We don't do hate.
We don't do hate here.
We don't do hate. Love.
Rick, I don't know, man. I was talking to Craig Norris, and there's more tournaments on the Missouri River, I think, than I've ever seen in my 12 years. So it's going to be tough for us to go to the Missouri this year.
They hate us because they hate us.
Hoping to enter the Garland tournament. Who needs an extra? So, and about the live scope, what I'm going to try to get William Oliver, our second place angler team at Garland last year. I'm going to try to get him on the show, and we're going to talk about live scope. What I'd like to do is see if William would fish one-on-one against, let's maybe put Joe and Eddie in a boat and Vance against William on a body of water that none of them have been on, and see how that live scope does. He got second place, never been on Garland. Big engine wouldn't work, which is, just impressive. And he just won the Central Texas Catfish Championship for the second time. And if I read it right, he didn't even need to go on the water on day 2. So pretty wild. Pretty wild. Humminbird 360 is out. So yes, Humminbird 360 is out. Haters gonna hate. What's up, Andy?
I have to go get red.
You have to get red?
Yes.
Can't you walk home?
Yeah.
Gosh, we might have to give away a free entry the way it's looking. How long until you're going to be back?
I should be back soon. Before 9 o'clock. Stuff. You said 9 o'clock. You're going until for the 100.
It's hard to talk on here by myself.
I hope you'll be in Illinois. We are in Illinois.
Chad, we're in Illinois right now.
We're in Illinois right now. It's cold.
I seen Fudd. Fudd, you got good service. I bring you on.
Where you at, Fudd?
Hey, Fudd, where you at, old son?
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah. What's up, Greg? We're heading down Wednesday morning if we can get everything ready in the trailer.
Bud, you want to take my place? This sweet girl.
Let's see if I can send him a.
She's so sweet. I see you, girl.
All right, check your messenger for a link, Fudd. Nobody can take your place, Liz.
Oh,
Jonathan, Friday. In case of inclement weather, which day would be the alternate Friday? I would say Friday, then Sunday, but hopefully that's not an option.
Hopefully it's not Sunday.
We didn't get back till Tuesday last year, so.
That's because of weather. We're not even looking at the weather until it gets closer.
Yeah, send me that logo, Dustin. Don't forget.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go get Bubba. You wanna let me go? You wanna let Mama go? You stay, Daddy.
All righty.
Don't try on my new rain gear.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 85 likes on this live, so we're probably going to end up be giving away a thing. I'm not going to make captioning, but I will see you around in Saturday in Joe Pigton. So somebody's making you're talking about the captain's meeting this Thursday. Somebody's got to make it, Tony, but I think you know that. Weather looks good. I don't even like to look at the weather until we get like a couple days out. Let me make sure that we haven't got anybody registered lately. And then I'll kind of go over what we're looking like. Oh, crap. Oh, never mind. We're just, people must be registering for Garland. I was like, we had 2 people register. John said that his wife said no, it's too cold down there. Anyone here want to partner for Decatur? If I can find a partner, great. I will already be in there in my boat. Well, Chad, you got to get registered too. So I guess Chad is going to have a boat down there and would jump in the tournament. So a few things that we're looking for on 2026 schedule. It is definitely going to be looking a little bit different. Turn the cameras off. Again, obviously, Decatur, Alabama, Bama Blues, January 3rd. And then January 31st, registration's open for Garland. Chad says he is serious. He wants part of that $40,000. Chad says
Can you hear me?
He is serious. He wants part of that $40,000. Chad says he is serious. Yeah, turn your phone off there, Fudd.
I gotta close.
So January 31st, Garland, Texas. We're dialing in the rules and stuff on that. Friday, February 20th and 21st, we're going to have the Twisted Cat Outdoors Fishing Expo. Big. March 21st is going to be the Sea Arc Owners Crappie Invitational that we'll be a part of. And then March 28th is the Alton Catfish Classic. April is kind of a weird month because you got Easter the first weekend. And then 2 weeks later, you got the Sea Arc Owners Invitational. And then we are really trying to get Fort Madison figured out. Obviously, we were looking at Sunday, May 3rd. We just want to get it more than a week away from the Sea Arc Invitational because it's so hard for the staff to go back to back to back, get things ready, and the anglers too. Oh, Mom didn't take you. Interesting. Roxy's back. Let that phrase echo. I will if someone wants to partner. If somebody, Justin just said PM. Justin Hatch, PM Chad. Justin, meet Chad. Chad, meet Justin. Why do you do Sunday in Fort Madison? Great question. Let's get a little backstory to that. So, Sunday in Fort Madison, back when I was just a young lad, Dave's Marine was a place I went into, not knowing anybody in the industry. Alton, woo woo. What's up, Julie? Not knowing anybody in the industry, brand new. I maybe knew Fudd a little bit because we had just fished together, but I had bought a Sea Arc, and I bought a Sea Arc Easy 200 because I did a lot of pleasure boating. And went in the mics, bought it, and I said, "Hey, I'm running a tournament trail. You know, do you want to be a sponsor? We're only doing tournaments around the area, Fort Madison, Burlington, Columbia Bottoms." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But we're so busy in the spring, and we're open until noon on Saturday. It's just so hard for us to get away. So let's do the tournament on Sunday, and it gives people an extra day of travel time and pre-fishing. So that's how that started. Mike at Dave's Marine, and I've kind of kept it like that. And to be honest, we're trying to do one more on Sunday up there in Burlington. Not 100% sure, but it just works out good because everybody kind of hangs out Saturday night. We go to the Eagles, and Fort Madison's an awesome place. They got a brand new marina that is amazing. Have you been to that marina, Fudd?
Where's that at?
In Fort Madison, that new Turnwater marina? No, not yet.
Is it one of the ones we went to through the owners or the the poker run or anything like that?
No, that's wrong. It's 6 pools up, but
well, it's close. No, I don't think I have.
So, anyways, that's why we do it on Sunday. And the problem is this, though. We're wanting to spread tournaments out because last year we kept putting tournaments like back to back to back. So that leaves us next weekend, which is the May 9th and 10th. Well, the problem is that is Mother's Day. So then you go to the next weekend. We're looking at doing it May 16th or 17th. So it'd be Sunday, May 17th. Well, right now they're in limbo on a bass tournament that they have that weekend at the marina. So I'm waiting to hear back from the bass tournament because the next weekend is Memorial, and we really don't want to do it on Memorial weekend, but I don't know. We might, who knows? But all that's kind of up in the air. So that's kind of where we're at on that. And Terry, just like that, Terry, just like the podcast, and was 100 free entry giveaway now. So we're gonna do a $300 entry giveaway to any $300 entry tournament, but we'll do that tomorrow. And how do you do a random draw on a post like that?
You just have to copy. Just use Notepad or something. Copy each person's name, put it on Notepad, and then throw them all in a random name, random generator, and it'll pick whoever's on top. Like you put a random list.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. So yeah, we'll shoot for. Yeah, Mother's Day is gonna be tough. I don't know that Mother's Day. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough to know how there'll be some people that'll, it'd be bad when they get home. I promise on Mother's Day. So anyways, that's why we do it on Sunday. Jerry said some people don't fish on Sunday. Some people don't fish on Sunday, but we've had really good turnouts in the 60s, 60 boats or so. And again, this is just one that we do like that. And it was just, a lot of guys work on Saturday. I think that's another issue too, is a lot of guys in that area are used to working Saturdays, and then Sunday's their day off. And they've been wanting to fish. So it kind of just works out for that tournament. Andy, you're speaking, brother. Scheduling tournaments is rough, almost impossible to double book other trails. It is. I've had so many people reach out to say, hey, what's your schedule looking like? I know Craig Norris is one of them. And there's things that I'm waiting on that, I think a lot of people don't understand. And they're wondering, why is Twisted Cat schedule not out? Why is it not out? Well, so right now, New Madrid is definitely in. Savannah, Tennessee's in. They're waiting to kind of find out when is the New Madrid Fall Festival? When is that going to be? Is it going to be the last weekend of September, October 3rd, October 10th, October 17th? So waiting on those dates. Once 2 of these cities get back with me with dates, which hopefully that's very soon, that is going to boom, you're going to see a lot of dates. So if you watch our stuff and see our Facebook reel a while back and you've seen a picture of Donald Moore, I was working on the computer riding down the road, Liz was driving. You've seen Donald Moore in New Madrid, Missouri, September 26th. That was just me and Canva. There's just a quick, so don't take the days off just quite yet. But we like to put those little hints out there, don't we, Fudd?
Oh yeah. I say that's are you thinking that are you getting closer on the total number of what you're going to have next year? 9, 10, 9.
Man, it's looking like 8 right now. 8 with the championship. To give an idea, last year, let's look at that. Last year we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 season events, plus Jack and Jill, 14, plus championship, 15. So that's 15 events, and it's a lot of events. Obviously, we know we're not doing Alton in the spring. We're doing Alton Classic in the spring. We're not doing Fort Smith, Arkansas. We're not doing Pekin, Illinois. We don't know if we're going to do a Muscatine. We might just do like a throw together Jack and Jill. We're doing Burlington. We're not doing Council Bluffs. We're doing New Madrid. We're doing Savannah, Tennessee. And I don't think we're doing Keystone Lake. So schedule's going to look a little spicy. What that will do to make the championship will change things, because you will not have 13, 14 events to fish and throw 9 of them out. You're going to be able to throw just a few out. So you won't be able to have one of those rough days. Cindy, I'll let you tell it.
I was going to say, I would try to be cocky and say we only needed 4, but we didn't do worth a crap at the championship. So I really can't even do that.
Yeah, Andy, we don't have that date. We literally, I've got Decatur, Garland, Alton Classic is the only 3 dates we have. A lot of them are just riding on me having just a hair more time and a few, really 2 cities to reach back out to me and say, hey, this is what we need to do, this or this. You know what I mean?
I missed it. Did somebody say something? Did you say something about having a tournament on Sunday?
Well, I've always had a tournament on Sunday in Fort Madison for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, actually. So for 12 years or however many years we've been doing this, we have always had a Sunday tournament in Fort Madison. And it'll still say Sunday. It'll always be a Sunday tournament. It's just something we started. It works really well. We got a great turnout. This kind of is how it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing in Kansas. I mean, like I said, and the other issue too is you take like Kansas, there's a lot of tournament trails over there. So we also want to look at where there's a need for tournaments. You got to be able to have a lot of boxes to get checked off. So, you take the Kansas City area, they got a new tournament trail. I haven't met the guy yet. I think it's called Shad Attack. I mean, there's 4 or 5 tournament trails now on the Missouri River. So you take a Twisted Cat to go over there, it's going to be on top of one of their events, and it just makes it rough. If I lose 15 or 20 locals to another event, it just makes it hard to have a good turnout. So they really don't need more tournaments in that area. So it's hard for us to go over there. So we just look at areas that, could utilize an event and it makes sense. And I think dropping, and that's helped us lose some events where we don't, we can say that we don't need to go here or there, but it's tough. Like I said, it's going to be a lot different year. We'll probably do some more 1-on-1, 1v1 stuff, on some of these weekends, but I'd love to go to Tuttle someday. I haven't seen a lot of, there's so many dates. I haven't seen the date for any King Cat dates. Do they have any dates out?
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts of that? What's everybody's thoughts of that going from, 15 to 8?
I mean, from watching what all that you do and have to do and everything, I completely, I think that it's I think even for the anglers, honestly, I think for the people like myself, I think, especially if you're really trying to follow and hit every tournament, the financial, toll that takes on traveling that much through the country on your vehicle, on your boat, on the entry fees and hotels and gas. And, you know, I think 9 events makes it easier for people, you know, to really even commit, you know, to start that commitment, to really think about trying to hit every one.
Well, and I think if you look at the numbers, it kind of shows too. I mean, you can see like what events are strong. I mean, Fort Smith is a 35 boat tournament, maybe 32. It was, but the problem is, I'm looking away because I'm looking at the calendar last year on my computer. You know, we did March 1st, Alton, and then 2 weeks later, we're in Fort Smith, Arkansas. So it's just tough. And then Fort Madison and Pekin in the same area. So, I mean, I think now I suspect these numbers are going to skyrocket. You know what I mean? I would be shocked if we didn't see 75 boats in Fort Madison because there's not a lot of other events to compete with that, I guess, so that makes sense. Burlington, I think 60 boats in Burlington.
And that's bringing me to another question for you. Some of these locations that you're going to next year, if I'm not mistaken, you may have to cap your entries to.
Yeah.
So that will even mean more importance to registering early and making sure you get in. Don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, besides, we'll do 100 at Alton, Fort Madison. I mean, a lot of these other events are going to probably be capped at 75 max. And I don't know that we'll hit 75, but, you know, that's probably where we're looking. You know what I mean? It's the 75 area. But again, I think it's going to be, you know, just talking to a lot of anglers, they had to pick and choose because they can't fish Alton and 2 weeks later go to Fort Smith. And then a week later, they had a big one in their backyard. So they chose one. And when you take that away, then there's only one. So, you know, we're just trying to learn and see what makes sense. And, yeah, John. And again, that's kind of what, you know, looking at, we wanted to go to KC, but it's just tough. There's so many events on the Missouri River, especially from, you know, the Shattack new trail and what Craig's got going on. I would just be putting an event on top of somebody. It'd just be tough. So, I wish we kept Fort Smith. It was tough to make numbers. And again, we just got to figure all that stuff out. So yeah, we're looking at 8 or 9. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, that's still not probably including Jack and Jill and the championship and stuff, but, Nathan Blinn, I could use a few more than 20. Yeah, there'd be some more cookie jar tournaments for sure. What else things you'd like to see? What do you think of some of this registration? I mean, we've done some things so long the same way that we're trying to like implement. Like Liz and I go back and, you know, we've been in some of that conversations with you where like registration, why are we taking registration in the morning? Like, does that really need to happen? No. I mean, so when we take that off, that can maybe get us on the water for a couple hours to do some media instead of trying to like still count cash and figure out what the payout's going to be, things like that. So we're just trying to make things make more sense. So that's going to be implemented from here on out, where registration will close at 9 o'clock Friday. Again, if you're on the fence, I mean, by 9 o'clock Friday, you should probably know if you're going or not. And then registration online will close, and then it's done. So we can get everything ready. Make things simple. Dude, I'm so upset about this too, Devin. Like, so my goal was to have some cool sweatshirts and stuff, but I just flat out didn't get it done. But I promise we will have it next year.
Are you going to do like a I don't know, like a theme every year for Bama Blues, or going to be the same, just different year?
Theme. I mean, I think we're going to start doing some themes. I want to do like some, like next year, maybe do like a ugly sweater and really kind of promote more of the event side. So like where people can really bring their families and some stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen or not, but I know that since you've got a taste for that good Louisiana seafood and Creole and all of that, we have a place. It'd be a little bit of a drive for you. It's probably 20 minutes from me. It's just across the line in Tennessee, but it's called Lorette's Seafood, and they're from Louisiana. They just moved here 2 years ago, and I think is what it was. But they have like authentic Louisiana food, and they're on this little tiny road coming into town, and they're killing it out there, and they're probably moving and just because of how well they're doing and the food that they have, and it's just being authentic. And so if you really get a hankering for it, you can run up there and try it.
Yeah. But yeah, and again, back to that, like having all that stuff put together, from food vendors to, and Anthony brought up a good thing, windmill vendors, no details. So I've got a little thing for the vendors. If you're wanting to be a vendor at Bama Blues, we're just going to do a few 10x10 spots. And then I don't know if it's going to be like a $400 for a 10x10 booth or something. I've got to just finalize that tonight, and I'll send it out. So, and we're going to try to grow that. We've got some things I can't really talk about for 2020. I guess it'd be 27, the year, the next Bama Blues. We'll have more of a vendor set up for that event. But yeah, it's just a lot. Like I said, you've been in my office for a couple of days while I was working, seeing some of the things behind the scenes. And do I have a date for the CRC Invitational registration? Not yet. That is also on my list of things to do. I haven't decided yet. Probably shoot for maybe January 14th. That looks good.
Bobcat Outdoors, what ramp is Bama Blues launching out of? Did you already answer that or no?
Yeah, so I went over the rules a little bit ago, but how that's working is everybody, so group boats 1 through 25 will be in the, let's say, the red parking lot, and I will release them boat 1, boat 2, boat 3, and so on. And then at 6:10, the orange parking lot, they'll leave 6:20 and so on. You can put in at Ingalls, or you can travel to any public boat ramp on Wheeler. You can only fish Wheeler. Jimmy, I went to Wisconsin and got whipped. We did catch a 17-pounder, but I'm working on that. I met with the city up there to have a tournament, so that might be on the list for 27. So again, this year we're really dialing in a few of those big events and seeing what works, what doesn't. So 2027, I think, will look even much different than 2026. Big Tex in the house.
Cindy, I was talking about Lorette's. It's called Lorette's Seafood. I think it's on 206.
Lorette's.
Yeah. And it's like in between Anderson, Alabama and Pulaski. It's that little tiny town that you go through. One of the little tiny towns you go through.
My phone's blowing up. So any other questions on what people would like to see? There's Mark McMurray. When are you able to get registration to open for Alton Classic? I want it to be open before the Collinsville show, which is this weekend. Let's open up the Alton Classic. I don't know. Tomorrow night at 6. I don't know. Does that work? Tomorrow night. And we got to open up that early just because it's not far from us. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m., hopefully I'm home. We'll open up the registration for Alton Classic. Again, that's important. Is the captain's meeting at Ingalls Harbor? What time? So again, obviously we're answering that question. But when you guys, the quickest way is everything is on that main page. But the captain's meeting is at Ingalls Harbor from 5 to 7. We'll go over the rules at 6. And one person from each team will have to be there. Jimmy, you're killing me. What? Isn't there a bunch of trails up on the Fox and Rock? Yeah, still got to get a date out for. I got to get a lot of dates out, but I promise you, I'm working on them. It's not. Hey, you at least got to see me on the phone a lot. It's not as easy as it, bud.
No, I don't. I mean, if you guys, you don't have any clue. I mean, I don't. Even in my younger years, I don't think I'd be able to do it. It's pretty crazy. He's doing 4 things at once, almost the entire time. You know, it's impressive and almost tiring just sitting back watching.
That's why I drink a lot of these.
And I'll tell you this, Alex does a really good job of maintaining professionalism. There's some scenarios where I'd have lost my stuff. I would have tested the strength of my capacity of patience and understanding.
Dude, but, you got. I don't know. I follow. If anybody follows Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't, you got to, because it literally changed my life. Like, you got one life, live it to the fullest, and you got to be positive and quit hanging. I was gonna share a post today where you got to hang around positive people. That's definitely the biggest thing that's changed my life. Seth McAllister got me on him, but I mean, you're alive. What else can you be pissed about? I mean, honestly, you know, there's a lot of people that have it way worse than we do, than I do. So just get out there and grind. You know, I'll be up probably at 2 o'clock in the morning working on some kind of website stuff, but I enjoy it. It's what drives me. And I don't know. I just can't sleep. Some nights I have trouble falling asleep. You know, now Fudd, you were falling asleep in my office. I think at like 9 o'clock.
No, I did not. Don't you go there.
Oh, Monty. Will there be a libel check at Ingalls? Yes, there will be. See, that's why we have these podcasts, Bud, to answer questions.
Yeah. I know it looks like I'm in like somewhere that it's just being built or something, but this is just a actual office / you know, kind of different stuff, but podcasts and stuff like that. It's going to be a nice little place that I'm setting up in my house here. I've got the outside completely done. It's just the inside, and things that I'm looking for to finish the inside are very particular, so they're not just something I can go get at a store unless I end up just doing it that route. But
yeah, look, you guys have done a lot of work, it looks like.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, it is kind of messy here, but I got a computer sitting here that's, you know, taken apart.
Are you still thinking about selling that computer to me? No, it's that
hard drives and cookies, and there's Lucy over there. But so you can see the rest of the room.
Yeah, look at this. There's Roxy. I don't know if you can see her or not. You can see her butt. Now she didn't get up. So yeah, a lot going on, man. I did want to bring up. I seen Catfish Grady, old Lance. He said, like to see 3 fish only. If they come into the boat, you have to keep it no culling. Now, I love that. That's, in my opinion, that is more of a 1v1 something online. I do like that. We are implementing some things in these rules where you have to, especially the channel cat tournaments, because I've seen some boats myself where you have like 15, 20 fish in the boat. So we're going to definitely implement some stuff on that.
Like in that scenario, does that mean on the side of the boat you can unhook a fish and let it go as long as you don't?
No. I mean, for what I'm talking about is If it's a 5 fish limit in Burlington or Fort Madison, then that means you can only have 5 fish in your boat at a time instead of 10, 20, 30. After the tournament, I see people. We did, yeah. We did it at the championship. Polygraph at Alabama with this much money involved. John, you know better than that. We don't do polygraphs.
we pinky swear.
I think we had a polygraph at every tournament last year. That's another expense. I think that when you run an event, I mean, I think what people have to realize is the amount, a polygraph guy driving from Kentucky, where people come from. Yeah, Dry Creek had their tournament, and 110-pound blue was caught last Saturday.
From was it Virginia boys or?
Who was that?
I can't remember where they were from. Never been here before. If I remember, if what I heard was right, they'd never been here before. They come down here, and that's what seems to happen down here. It makes me really think that, especially this Wheeler pool and stuff. All these guys that live here and come out, and Virginia guys. And they come out and they do the same thing. They get into these routines and they get to where they caught this fish at and they go to that spot. And then these people that come in, they don't have those preconceived notions of this is where I got to catch a fish at and this is this. And they come out and they just go and they mark and they catch a big fish like that. And so I think that's, hard.
Dude, I'm telling you. If you look, Eddie says, where are they fishing?
In the water.
And then Nate's calling Aaron out. There's only 8 tournaments this year. So he's got to fish this, Aaron. He has to fish this tournament. They're not stuck. If you look at the statistics, and I promise you, the locals, the people that fish a body of water like the most in their backyard, are the ones that get smoked for the most part. Yes, they will win some events. For the most part, they get beat. And I think it's because they're stuck in their own ways. They can't think outside of the box.
Your camera just went off.
Yeah. Can you still hear me, though?
Yeah. I hear you.
What is wrong with my camera?
Oh.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Looked like it flickered on for a second, but yep. It did flicker on for a second because on my other screen, I seen it, and my other screen's the Facebook page that's delayed a little bit.
That's weird. I don't know.
There it is. There you go. You're back.
So yeah, no, anyways, I agree 100% that operator error. Dude, I'm telling you. I can run stuff pretty good, but when it comes to my computer build, Seth McAllister built this whole system. I'm trying to get Fudd and Seth to help build one for Rhett because Rhett's getting in all this stuff. And then I'm going to try to get Rhett to help get into the editing videos and all that stuff. Ouch, Bobcat.
Oh man,
I just heard the garage door open, so Liz is back.
Oh, does that mean I'm getting cut out of here now?
No, you can stay. So yeah, no, that's a good point though, is I think a lot of people get stuck in that, like, I can't compete if I'm not from the area. I mean, I don't have a problem fishing against anybody. I mean, that's what makes it fun. Jerry didn't read the rules, I don't think. Let's help Jerry out, Fudd. Okay, Decatur. I'm gonna see if I can share. This is important, I think, to know.
I'm a live well check B. I want to say, yeah, like that goes into the.
Jerry, pay attention here. Very important. which again, it doesn't matter because we're going to go over this in detail. But so boat check and launch, 6 a.m. is when it starts. What's nice about this is you don't have to sleep at the boat harbor at 8 o'clock that night to get a good launch spot. So if your boat's 1 through 25, you're going to have a spot to park. At 6 a.m., I will release you one at a time.
That means you can put in right there, or you can take off to whatever ramp on Wheeler that you want. You have to remain on Wheeler.
If your boat 76 through 100, you're going to be hanging out. You don't even need to be there at 6. That's what's cool about this. You don't lose anything but travel time. And the reason we do this is 2 reasons we do this right here. We did this in Alton. It worked really well. Number 1 is it helps spread people out, and it stops that people from coming in, and sleeping in a, like, I love Nate Blunt to death, one of my best friends, but he sleeps in his truck right after the captain's meeting, and then it's chaos in the morning. So now everybody has a parking spot, and I'll release you one at a time. And if it works pretty close to Alton, I'm going to tell you how that's going to look. At 6:03 to 6:05, boats 1 through 25 are gone. And we'll have about a 5-minute window until we start that on 26 to 50. Uh-oh, I hear the stairs. Fish first and ask questions later. Done deal. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, crap.
Okay, bye, Chris. I'm back. I'm just kidding.
See?
Lisa paying for. Lisa just got registered. She's trying to win a registration. So look, we got 126 likes.
I just saw that. And I just figured out the winner for the Striker Impulse rain set.
Who's that?
This person got 87 likes. And she's like already messaging me. She worked very hard for it. They just got back from a trip from Louisiana. Julie Watercott, she got it. 87 likes. And her picture in the comments is hilarious if you hadn't seen it. She thought she had a monster on, and it was like 2 bricks. Remember that?
Yes.
2 bricks of what?
So, it was 2 bricks. She thought she had a monster on, and it was literally 2 bricks. It's not. Still focusing on you, Alex.
There you go.
Yeah.
Was it tied to something? Were they tied together?
Yeah, kind of like anchor rope, I guess. And they still won that Jack and Jill.
Somebody using it as a little anchor or something.
Yeah, so congrats, Julie.
Julie just won her new set.
And I guess tomorrow's giveaway is
entry fee
to a regular
tournament. So we got to do like some kind of random deal.
We'll put it in a random like wheel for everyone who comments something.
Yep.
Yes. Dam on Wheeler.
Yeah, Joe, it's dam to dam, Wheeler only. Chad, if you're fishing it, you better get registered because there's 2 spots left. And I had 2 people call me today.
And I will say this as an update for just as of today, and I know like Alex and I have already talked about this. The weather did change for Saturday for the better.
High in the 80s, all sunny.
Not quite. No. But wind direction changed, which was huge. It was coming out of the west before. Now it says it's coming out of the north. We're looking at less chance of rain. Looks like a 25% chance of rain, and then perhaps some sun. And this is still early because we don't really start looking until Wednesday, Thursday normally. But 9 to 16 mile an hour, 57, real feel of about 53. So, but it's 30 something today, I think. I mean, it just dropped. Yeah. So Hopefully, thank you, Steve. Love you too, buddy. And there goes Alex. He's gone
What is
again.
going on with this
Look
camera?
Look what Liz
What'd you
did.
What did you do to it?
I don't know. Makes
it
no
just-
sense.
You got a loose cord?
Well, I don't know. That's bad because our live's going to be messed up if the camera's starting to mess up. Here, scoot back for a second. Maybe it's the plug-in. That other camera's crap. Hopefully that was it. Let's see. Did you hear it kick on? Well, now there's no video, but it says it's on. That is super weird.
Well, now you got a video of like your intro video of the lake, slow motion, pretty. Clouds. Steve Hannon says there will be no flow through either dam. That's not good. It's not great. Not great. Not ideal.
I think it's the USB-C.
There you go. You're back. You are back.
All right, that's how we're gonna play it, Hannon.
You're being so mean tonight. And literally, me and Terry was fishing a tournament, sitting in a spot right next to the lock wall, and here I'm standing on the back of the boat catching a fish or doing something, and this barge captain starts yelling at me to show him my boobies, basically. And I'm like, what the heck? And then Stephen Hannons. That should have been my.
No babies on here, Ben.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody wants to see that.
We've had some people
But I will say, I did show them, and I didn't quite know who it was. I think yet.
That's terrible. All right, so Garland, we've already got a couple registered.
Are we going to Quincy tomorrow?
I don't know. We can. Why?
We could drop off Julie's or
Yeah, we got a lot to do. I can't even think about it now. Lost my train of thought already. Don't even see. Yeah, I'm okay.
You're welcome.
There is. Good luck, guys. Wish I could make it. So, Chad, we can talk about that here soon. Let's talk about this. Are you going to run the weigh-in line opposite direction as invitational? That was a bottleneck cluster. We do run it. I don't know. Bama's always ran it that way. I'm not sure. Again, here's the issue. On the Sea Arc Invitational, there's about 35 people there helping work that event. And at this tournament, there's four or five. So the problem is it's hard because if you look at and I love you all to death, I promise. If you look at just the questions that have been asked in this live tonight, nobody's even reading the rules at all. So the problem is when we say, hey, for the weigh-in, if you guys, when you pull up, just double stage, don't go single file. But it just doesn't work like that. In a perfect world, it would. Obviously, the biggest thing that I want people to understand is we're going to get everybody weighed in. But I think the thing that happened last year is there was a lot of single file lines instead of people in that big parking lot stacking up. So I don't know if it would fix it. If we went the opposite way, we'd probably actually lose.
Double up or triple up.
Yeah, lose parking, but it's something that we're looking at. I mean, that's what we want is it, comments, advice.
I
Suggestions.
have a horrible memory. If you guys you come in through the hotel side, right? You know,
That's what we did last year. The Sea Arc we don't, but Sea Arc everybody leaves from the marina. So what's nice about leaving from the marina is they can only pull out at a certain time to get out of there. When you allow trailering, that really opens things up. So the problem is, Chris, are you gonna shack finish your walls?
he didn't hear the first part of the podcast there that I talked about it already.
So Ben, the problem is, and you'll probably see me run across the grass if we do it like that and say, hey, instead of being in a single file line, let's bring 25 more boats in this parking lot and stack them 3 wide. But it's hard unless I can really force my dad over there or somebody. That's a sucky job too. So finding that person that wants to go deal with a bunch of angry anglers is tough. And I don't want that to be my 75-year-old dad to do that. Or he's not going to want to continue to keep coming and deal with traffic. But hopefully that answers your question. The goal is that, Tom will take care of the line. So that's the goal. But again, if everybody at the captain's meeting listens to me, because we don't want to disqualify anybody.
I think we just had 1 DQ last year.
We did have a DQ
I
last
think
year.
it's the very last boat, wasn't it?
Last boat.
I got the stat from right here.
Hey, say that out loud for the ones that can't hear it in the back.
Definitely,
We did a lot of things last year. Holy crap.
definitely looking forward to 2026. I'll be fishing with Brandy this year, my wife, and you lost your camera again.
I know, I'm working on it.
But yeah, fishing with Brandy. There you go. You're back again.
I got the can you tell it's a different camera?
Yeah, actually, I can.
It's the Sony has went down. I don't know what that scares me a little bit. We might not, our live this weekend might be a little weak without the old Sony.
Just a little bit lesser quality, but not bad.
We made 64 boats out of 100 last year.
Are you real in the phone? Yes, I'm real, Fudd, Oakland. Hi,
And
Oakland.
1 DQ.
And 1 DQ. Who was the DQ?
Who was the
You want me
DQ?
to say it?
I mean, I do want you to say
voice
it. Yeah, I want you to
I
voice
think they
it.
had an over, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were the last boat.
Yeah, and they didn't like my answer, so we got to bring them up. And
Well,
talk
they
about it.
had 88 pounds and got DQ'd as the last boat to weigh in. Mr. Keith Smith and Bill Sutton. I
Yeah.
remember that. Like it was last year.
So they had,
Yeah, I had to
too
show
many
them
over.
3 or 4 times. I think. No, yeah, they had too many over. It was it's
They
what
just
is it?
didn't have any slots.
It's a 2 over 1 under,
34.
right?
Yes, 2 over 1 under.
And they had 2 over. I'll tell you what, that's a tough thing. Now, if
They had
you're
3
now,
over, you mean.
and it didn't, they had
3 over.
3 over.
Yes.
It's not a big deal when you have 88 pounds, and I don't know what place that'll put them in. I mean, they were way out of the money, but-
decent, but out of money.
But imagine if you brought me 3 overs this weekend, and you lost 40G. Woo, doggy! I promise you this.
You're
Hey,
walking away puckered up.
Hannon, answer this question. Regardless of whether they're in the wrong or not, there ain't no relationship between Alex Nagy and the person that I DQ for $40,000. That is a fact, boy. I guarantee you that.
That's
We
what I
got
was gonna
actually
say.
Tom's got us all new flags. So Liz holds the official red flag.
I'm
I
the last
hold-
mouth they have to
She's
go
the
with.
last one. So I can still throw a flag on you. It's going to be, is it yellow or orange?
Yellow is
Yellow's a
Caution.
cautionary, and I throw it a lot, don't I, Fudd?
red is you're stopped. Stop.
If I throw a yellow, that brings Liz in, and then if she throws the red, whew, Lord, that's going to be bad. But not bad. I mean, overall, DQs have went down, I would say.
No. Or
Yeah. 2 years
Yeah.
ago, the DQs were in.
I think
It's
we only
almost like
had,
they were testing.
two last year.
Yeah.
One with Bama and one somewhere else. That was very.
On your over, on that part of your rules too, though, I'll say you very clearly, I mean, more so than any tournament director, and I fished a lot of different tournaments and stuff, you very clearly say to every single person beforehand, I'm going to try to do every single thing I can to make that fish be as long as possible. So if you have one that's close, think wisely. You say that.
I mean, I'm not gonna like put my shoes on the wall and stretch it. But I
sit on it.
You would not want to. It's not even worth bringing. This is what I always say at the captain's meeting, which is probably 5% listen. Here's my thing. If you think if there's even a thought of is it too close, send it back. If that even goes in your head for 1 second, if you got to ask your teammate, is it an under? Throw it back. Throw it back. Like
if you haven't checked your bump board to his bump board,
send it back.
Be careful.
I think Parks is bringing another 15 more bump boards. And again, we've been using no bump boards. You made them a kind of an official deal for about 3 years now. I tried the Check It sticks probably 5-6 years ago. They were the best thing I could find on the market. And what I realized pretty quick is a lot of them were different. So people would put it next to mine in the morning that bought a Check It stick like a year later. Some of them that were a 1/4 inch off. That's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 99 entries, Tom says.
Yeah, so this is probably a good time to shut it down and to announce.
Let's let it ride.
To announce you call for the 100th, or you're gonna have a mess.
No, well, it really isn't a mess. If 2 people register, then technically, I have to delete that or send their money back.
Because you're gonna wake up and there are gonna be 4 emails.
Yeah.
Well, technically, if you look, it shows like 103 registered.
Well, and everyone knows that those are withdrawals.
So we're at 99 boats.
You want to give a
right now.
difference about how last year at 100 boats at a $300 entry?
Yeah, Joe said the best part of the trail, Alex, is it stands behind the rules regardless of friends or not. Joe, and the bad thing about that is that I have learned years ago that is where you find out who your true friends really are. You really do. I don't want to DQ anybody, but what's fair is fair, and the goal is, you just want to make sure it's everybody's on the same playing field to the best that we can. I promise you one thing is Liz and I strive to make every event the best we can when it comes to that stuff. And we're not perfect. Yeah, and we are not perfect, I promise you. And Mike just said that a little bit ago. Or Ben. He said it was a cluster for the weigh-in last year. But, there was things we weren't prepared for. We were not prepared for like 20-degree weather, weighing in the dark. The stage wasn't accessible for us. There's a lot of things that play in factor. You know what I mean? And that was our first year running that event, 105 boats. And, he said he DQ'd a good friend of his. It's not fun.
We DQ'd some good friends of ours 2 years ago, pulled them in the trailer, had like a sit-down meeting and everything with them.
Who's that?
In Fort Madison or Burlington, the 3 boys.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a hard one, but
that was one of those tough, and it was a weird call. I'll bring it up real quick and we'll move on, but that was a tough one. Here's how that played out. In the rules, you are not allowed to cull fish, but I didn't have it really dead on. I can't remember exactly how it played out, but you are not allowed to cull fish at the ramp or something like that. What happened is they pulled their boats out. They had 3 people, though, this other issue. They could have, they should have had it done. But they pulled out. They were in the boat parking lot, already out, and they were culling their fish, walking the fish to the weigh-in, or walking their fish to cull. Again, two things. Number one, I don't want to have a bunch of extra fish in the live well. And then if everybody's doing that, imagine you're trying to load your boat and everybody's tossing fish off the dock while people are trying to load boats and walk. It just doesn't make sense. Were they cheating? Absolutely not. But it was a rule, and we changed the rule. They had second place. They were not happy. I mean, not happy. And I did not want to do it, but it is what it is. And they still fish. They're good anglers. I think they understood, you know what I mean? But yeah. And Wanda, why are you the one live you watch? We got to talk about this. If you don't believe that I will DQ you, ask Wanda Barner. And listen.
And years later.
This is 4 years. I don't know. This has been years. She literally, I look at their fish and it was in the slot. And I like when you have a mic on, I can't rip my mic off. My hands are full of slime.
You can't mute it because you're slimy.
I can't mute it. I mean, I had to DQ them in front of 62 other boats and people that were watching from the deck rooftop. And it's not, I mean, it ain't like they were trying to cheat. They had a fish that maybe, you know, it just wasn't good. And that sucked. That's probably one of the worst DQs I've ever had to do.
Anybody who knows the Barners knows that they would never cheat. I mean, that's just easy to say.
And the biggest thing, like I've DQ'd some people. Where was that at? That was this year, wasn't it? Lake of the Ozarks, maybe 2 years ago. One team, actually Aaron Meyer's team, I think that when they listened to the rules, the slot at Lake of the Ozarks, they brought all their fish they brought in were slot fish. Dead serious.
Alex was measuring them, and Alex was like, stop. He's looking at me. He's looking at them. And he measures the next one, looks at me, looks at them, measures the next one. And, oh, man.
They had a good bag, too, but I'm thinking, you guys literally brought me 5 completely illegal. Like,
oh, we had a muscatine.
They were dead in the middle of the slot. If it's like 26 to 34, they were all like 30-inch fish. I'm like, you guys are either like there's a hidden camera somewhere, or you guys are really doing a thing.
You guys are pranking me right now. Now, just to explain too, you know, people are seeing 102 boats registered, but you really only have 99 because that's minus a few people with refunds, right?
Yeah, we had 3 withdrawn. And John Williams, if you're watching, if you would have stayed and fished this tournament, we'd have 100 boats right now. So we're 99 boats right now, just shy of 1 boat. We're gonna let it ride a little bit. I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
I'm gonna be waking up to email notifications tonight.
117 boats registered.
You know what you're gonna get to hear? What you hear all the time is Liz saying, "I told you so."
I mean, he did say he was going to shut off at 98.
Well, and what do you think? I mean, again, you know, we did that in Alton for a couple of years, and you know, now that we're getting back to less events, I think that'll help. But if we sell it out, which I might even register just to make sure it sells out, but if we sell it at 100 boats, there's a chance, Fudd, that next year, you know, I want to fish it or whatever. Well, from June 1st to July 1st, only the anglers that are in this year get to register.
So could you imagine all 100 of them? Yeah, imagine all 100 of them. You're gonna have
Joe Lunsford couldn't fish the Classic for 3 years because he couldn't get in. He didn't get in the first year. And I can tell you right now, we're not going more boats next year. We're going 100 boats. That is a fact.
100 boat cap on all tournaments.
Well, we're going to probably have to do 75 on a few of them that just don't have the room.
Yeah.
And not that we'll hit 75, but, you know.
That's just some of these places have room for.
I just can't believe we're at 99 boats. I feel like it was yesterday we were like 82. I'm like, I don't think we're going to get that one time. I remember, I don't even know if we're going to hit 50. So I don't know. I'm pretty stoked, and like that's why we're doing this, to kind of thank the people. And again, we are ready to put on. I can't believe we're already starting the season. I'm a little stressed about that, but we were excited to get down there and put on a really good event. We're glad we got the stages fixed. So they got the stage they're going to set up for us. We got banners made. We got some awesome trophies, big
Nice
checks. Bringing Chris out of retirement again to help us out. And again, we are getting, just because this is year 12, 13, 11, I keep losing track, but just because we're doing this and we've been doing it doesn't mean we'll make mistakes. So if there's things you see, like, if you've got 5 boats in front of you and they're just blocking traffic or something, instead of just losing your mind, just walk them and say, hey, can you do this? Like, just help us out. Like, if everybody works together, it makes the events that much better. 100 boats is a lot of boats to handle at an event like this where we're all weighing in.
Maybe we should do like the referee or the coach rule in sports. If you have a problem, the 24-hour rule, let your temper settle down, everyone's nerves, and then you bring it to their attention after 24 hours. Or I'll have like a little suggestion box at my table. Put it in the suggestion box and we'll read it the next day.
Yeah.
You need to get the baseball dunk tank, and then for $1 a ball, they get to tell you what they have the problem with, and they get to throw a ball at the dunk tank.
Are you sitting in the dunk tank?
No. You guys are in it. This is your stuff.
So here's the issue too, is a lot of people that I mean, there has been several times, one in Quincy, I mean, these I will not forget to a T. One in Quincy, Illinois, a team, they had a team of 3, all family. They didn't know any better, but they got out of the boat. That's why you look at some of these rules that I read, you're like, you got to fish from inside your boat. Duh. Well, it didn't really clarify that, years ago. And I had angled to get out. They fished they got out of their boat and fished an entire dike set up, and they were all fishing. I mean, they had a 100-yard stretch of fishing from the bank. And they probably had 3rd place in Quincy, Illinois. And when I DQ'd him, he was the next boat to weigh. I went up and I said, hey, a team sent me a picture. I'd just seen it, said that you guys were all fishing outside of your boat. He's like, yeah, what's wrong with that? I said, well, you can't. And I thought he was pissed, is a nice word to say. I was waiting for him to hit me. And at that point, I'm like, just let it happen. I mean, he was mad. But you know what? And he stormed off. They spun tires and left the parking lot. But let me tell you this. 2 days later, I got a phone call and said, I am so sorry. You were right, and I feel terrible, because we just we just can't really deal with that. I mean, that's our goal, is to be positive, and that's why it's the No Excuse Tour 2026.
Steve asked entry on the Alton. That was 500, wasn't it?
500. And again, the reason we did that is just back to, these kind of higher end events that we put a ton of money and time into. $500 at 50 boats is a lot more than 70 boats at $300. You know what I mean? I'd spend hundreds if FUD was in the dunk tank.
I'm going to take Andy's idea. I think all ties should be determined with pool noodle battles, with the crowd determining the winner.
I like it. 100 boats, most likely 75 is max. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, last year at 100 boats, 62 weighed in. So yeah, 75. I'd say.
Here's a question for you.
But last year, Bama was points, or was it?
Oh, yeah, it's points.
It was.
I was gonna say, with the higher entry of Bama Blues this year, you told a lot of people about Chris Sapp's tournament. There's also another trail that's putting a tournament on in January.
How cool is that? I seen a video from that. I can't remember the name of it. If you're watching or knowing about that tournament, but great example. You know what I mean? I thought with everything we're doing to this event, all behind the scenes, the amount of people that are coming from all over the country. There's a guy from northern Michigan that's been down there for a week. Now you have Dry Creek that had a $300 tournament last weekend. Great. Now there's another $300 entry tournament in 3 weekends from here?
Want to bet, Steve?
So now that's created, and that's what he said. He's like, Twisted Cat decided to go up in entry. So we want to give something to those people that don't want to pay that, and that's great. Now you have that changed into 3 tournaments now. Dry Creek Marine, $300 entry. Twisted Cat is going to sell out at a 100-boat deal. It's going to bring new people to the area, a huge economic impact, a huge impact on the sport. And that's, like I said, our goal. So I got to keep up on
I bet a bunch of people, if you want to raise money, you probably could raise some good money with me in a dunk tank. And
I think we're going to do a dunk tank at the expo.
Oh, man. No, but so you think, I'm just asking you, this is personal, personal opinion here.
Whoa, don't get too personal.
Well,
let's leave this for behind the guest.
You have 3 tournaments in January, I guess, that's being put on Wheeler Lake.
Yeah.
In January. You think that's a good thing?
Absolutely, because here's what it does, is it's bringing people. There's people now fishing Bama Blues that hadn't fished it in 5 or 6 years because it stayed at that $300 entry. It went up a little bit, came back down. When we came in, we just wanted to make it 300 like it always was. And real quick, we seen that we technically should have 125 boats, but only with 105 with the weather. So let's take it to the next level. A lot of other tournaments are doing that. George Young's done that a couple times. So we've been doing this long enough. I think that we're ready to take one to $1,000. That was kind of our thoughts. And now it's going to sell out. And then it's created, Dry Creek's already doing their tournament. Now it's created another tournament trail to start up and hopefully have success in Decatur. A $300 entry, and I'm sure it's a really good payback. Again, we just want to continue to grow and take it to the next level. What that next level is, I don't know. Just get more people involved, more media. Hopefully that more media and more people involved helps us get regulations. I always ask this question when people talk about regulations. Let's just say that today or tomorrow we wipe out Twisted Cat. We wipe out Sea Arc Invitational, King Cat, just all tournaments in general and tournament anglers. You just completely knock them out. Who really truly cares about conservation? That's my question. What's your thoughts on that? If there's no Alex Nagy, huh?
Me or them? Everybody.
What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, me and you've had this conversation. You asked the question, who would care if tournament anglers weren't here? Who would care about conservation? Who would talk about it? Who would be pushing for anything? Nobody. It was a great question. It really was. I mean, I never really thought of it like that. I haven't heard anybody ask it like that. And when you asked it, I was kind of taken back for a second. And I was like, wow, I've never really, I definitely personally have thought that, tournament guys, are the ones that are basically working towards having regulation and conservation being in mind, but for all the people that want to say that the tournament anglers and tournaments are a problem and that they're part of the problem, that argument is completely blown out of the water by that statement. I
know 3 different scenarios right now going on. One of them is Nate Moore in Quincy. I mean, he's working with the mayor of Quincy, Mayor of Hannibal, the state of Illinois. He's a tournament angler. He fishes as much as he can, but he loves it and he wants to see it grow. He wants his kids to be able to catch fish. I mean, that is a that like I said, that, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but I think, I will never put some do some tournaments kill fish? I think you have those bad days. Absolutely. Do I want to kill any fish? Absolutely not. I don't keep any. When it comes to catfish, I don't keep any. I just don't have time to fillet them. If I want catfish that bad, I'll just go buy them somewhere. I really don't eat a lot of fish, period. I like steak. And you like shrimp. But, yeah, the commercial angler. I mean, yeah, and like I said, so again, in my thought, as the sport grows, the tournaments get bigger, you get more outside eyes. It's just going to grow it more. I mean, look at the spectators that we're getting, the 1v1 stuff. And like I said, if everybody works together, it's great.
And not to mention, like, when you talk about, the tournament guys and the fish that do die in tournaments and stuff, you also, if you look at back when tournaments started and where they've gone from there to here, the education that's happened, the live wells, the oxygen, the rules in the tournaments, some of them requiring oxygen, requiring a specific gallon live well. Whereas, a lot of guys early in catfishing were fishing out of bass boats with 15-gallon live wells and fishing in the Ohio River. I think even Steve Douglas used to fish. I know he modified his boat for catfish, but I'm just, as an example, he fished out of a bass boat. And I would guarantee there was a lot of killed fish in tournaments earlier on, and through the education from all of us talking about it, caring about it, and discussing it, I think that the growth comes along with that.
Yeah, we're working with Fish Lung. We're working with the state biologists. We're working with Texas biologists. Brian Sanama let me borrow his reader that we check boats. We learned a lot of things. Somebody made a comment last year. We did a Burlington tournament, and a few weeks later we did a tournament in Keystone Lake on the water. Water temps completely different. What we learned is, and again, this goes back to the anglers, if the anglers truly care. In Burlington, we have it set up where really there should only be 8 or 10 boats out at a time, but people were hurrying. So we maybe had 12 boats out of the water, and it's right by the water. So it's not like it's a long drive. And live wells, for the most part, were good. All the fish seem to be pretty healthy. But somebody said that they complained about the weigh-in line. Well, we go to Keystone. This tournament's a weigh-in on the water. So you should have zero excuse to have a crappy live well. And 3 boats that, I'm not calling anybody out, but there's 3 boats particularly that usually their live well is not great. And it's just because they don't know, they're not running their recirculation, and they just fill their live well up. And I can almost tell you what the number of oxygen is going to be in your boat when you open your live well lid, just because I've seen it so many times. Not by the smell, but by the looks. So what I seen is, real quick, on the water, off the water, it doesn't even help. You know what I mean? Unless you're recirculating and taking care of your water in the first place. I mean, that is a big, big deal. Let's see what Steve said. This comment does not pertain to Twisted Cat, but a lot of these big money tournaments are becoming a cash grab for directors and not for anglers. That is giving the higher entry a bad name, just in my opinion. Steve, you got to give me some more insight on that. So this comment is, I don't know what pertains to Twisted Cat, but a lot of these big money tournaments, I guess I would like to know what becoming a cash grab for directors is. If you could kind of give me some insight on that.
Well, the only big money tournaments would be the MRM.
Yeah.
What else is 1,000 plus that we have?
There is the fact that, I mean, if you go look at some of the bass tournaments, I mean, on this kind of a level, not on the major level, I mean, most of them are 80% or less payback. And I think some people maybe misunderstand how we right now, and I do not know that it'll continue. I hope it does. Twisted Cat's 100% payback. And what that means is simple. It's $1,000 entry to this tournament this weekend. That means that $1,000 is going back to the anglers. If we sell out, it's $100,000 plus big fish money, plus another $2,000 are going back in 2 1v1 tournaments. That's 103.5. Is that right? 102.5, something like that. But that's some serious money, and that's because of the sponsors. Is the only reason that happens. But I don't know what exactly I'm talking about.
I know that he wasn't, he even said that he wasn't necessarily pertaining to Twisted Cat. So, I mean, I guess he would have to,
Yeah, I just want to know what it's pertaining to, because I just want to make sure that people understand that. I don't know. If it was a big money grab, I think everybody would be doing it.
I was going to say, really, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I don't know all the behind the scenes of every other tournament or anything. So I couldn't tell you what they're making or losing. Or I will say that going to Stephen Hannon's changing the subject a little bit. I've never had a baby tracker, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. I had a Lund. I had a what did I have? I had that friggin'. It wasn't I've never had a tracker. I've never had that. I had an old one of my first boats was the Starcraft, old Starcraft Deep V.
Let's chat about this real quick. So Bradley said, I don't know why it's hard for people to change out water. I think a rule that would be smart is no portable live wells and must be able to pump in and out. So I like that, but let's talk about that. So to be honest, live wells, I've seen everything you can imagine. And some of the best live wells, not if I can bucket, but the guys that won the kids that won our championship 2 years ago had a tub. But here, Brad, I want you to understand this. Here's what the deal is. They care about taking good care of their fish. You can have a brand new boat. It's just we are trying to teach how important fresh water is. And here's another big thing. Let me bring that up. So no portable live wells. Another big thing with that is how do you, let's say oxygen is mandatory. I want to get to something like that, but here's the issue with that. Let's say that this year Twisted Cat says oxygen is mandatory. You have to have oxygen. Well, what happens when FUD had his $15? I've got it right here, actually. Is she behind me?
Yeah.
What is that called? Not the thing that screws on the brain dead. Can you grab that thing? Sorry, I know you were comfortable.
Fast water pickup or something?
No.
Where are you at? Oh, wait.
Right there. Behind the reels. Oxygen.
Oh, that thing.
So this, I don't even know what.
Regulator.
I don't know what brand this one is, but so this regulator, I don't know. You can get them cheap. I don't think that they make like a really great quality one. And I've seen this so many times. Monty Bond comes to the tournament. He's got to have mandatory oxygen. He shows up, but this regulator was leaking from Texas. So his regulator's bad, but he doesn't have oxygen, even though he's got a tank on his boat. How do you truly monitor that he's got oxygen? That really starts to, kind of play in it. It's tough. And we're getting close. Oh. Yeah, most people, like I said, there are plenty of portable hung in on live wells. Regulato. I like it. So there are plenty. People are getting so much better. 5 years ago, it was terrible, I will admit. Like now it's getting much better. And now the fact that I'm kind of calling people out, nobody wants to hear that they got a 5 or less oxygen level. I promise you that. People are taking better care of their fish. Oxygen helps. If you're going to have oxygen and you don't change out your water, you're wasting your time. Don't even just leave the oxygen at home if you're not going to clean your tank and take care of your water.
Yeah, my boat had two oxygen bottles because I planned to forget about one, and so I wanted to have a backup for just in case.
Yeah, you better have live fish and get things ready. Change your O-rings on those regulars. Yes, JT, but again, your O-ring goes bad on your way from Oklahoma Friday night. Are you DQ'd Saturday? Because your oxygen's empty? Think about it. I think number one is change your water. Change your water out. Clean water. You shouldn't be, I mean, you should almost be able to want to drink your water. It should be that clean. Some of them I don't even want to put my hands in, let alone drink. All right. Did we ever get back to that deal?
There was a lot of stuff. So
World Championship, for example. So I don't know much about the World Championship, so I can't really comment on that. Richard, I'm sorry about that. He's a striper fisherman, and there are plenty of portable. We're kind of red fishermen now, right?
I like to be a shark girl.
John Sharp asking the question about the live scope on the boat for the day of the tournament.
So if we have a live scope on the boat to help catch shad with for bait day of tournament, do we just take off the boat since it says no live scope, even though we wouldn't be using it? No, you can leave it on the boat. You just cannot, you are not allowed to use it. We are working on getting some things that will cover the transducer, but we just don't have them yet. So that's obviously going to be a polygraph question. And we don't want to, trust me, we don't want to videos of you out there looking at your screen on the front of the boat or anything like that with, that is, there's one thing when you get DQ'd for having a fish that's in the slot or too close or whatever. But if you get DQ'd for using live scope or something, it's you're actually cheating. That's a problem.
I feel like a knockdown drag out like the bass tournament.
I've yet to really catch, like, I want to catch somebody that I want to do that, like be on Fox News of me just losing my mind of catching somebody with like weights in fish or something like that.
Yeah,
I promise you, if I catch somebody cheating, they won't be fishing anything that I even know about. Like they are
deliberately
cheating. If they're deliberately cheating, they will be completely exiled from the sport. That is a fact. Just ask Wanda Barner. I'm just kidding. Oh, Wanda, I love you. She's still mad at me over that slot fish. Yes, absolutely change that water. You will not drink. I promise you, there's some live wells out there that you will not drink. Mark McMurray just messaged me literally a little bit ago on the podcast. We're going to open up registration for Alton tomorrow, which is December. 30th? These dates are all messed up.
The 30th.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Ouch. That's deep. So Nate actually got called in. He had his drift socks out, and
we had to hook him up to the lie detector.
We had to hook him up to the lie detector test, and he even actually sent me a video. It was wild. Anyway, wild.
But no, I mean, you did go back to, you were talking about some of the stuff in your rules and things of the changes for next year, and I think that because of how things have been done for so long, and the things, like the live scope rule for this next year. And you and I had a little bit of a discussion, talking about.
I think you were kind of against me, not really understanding my views.
No. I'm never against you. I'm generally always just trying to give you, a different point of view, different perspective, and thinking, in a way that you might not have thought of yet, you know. And then and then just letting you know on my brain, like, so because I really I don't have any care whether or not LiveScope is there or not there. But it's, to me, I'm thinking, where do we tell the electronics manufacturers that the limit has been reached, and or what is it that we do want to see from them? Where do we, because if we don't have products for the sport, we don't have much of a future, I think, if especially like electronics and things like that. I think that there needs to be, I guess, a real thought about what it is that we want or don't want, what we're
I agree 100. I agree 100%. But I guess the people that don't know my view yet, and you have to understand my view. I've been in the game now for 12 years, hardcore, and I was watching crappie fishing. I was following, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but he ran the American Crappie Trail, and he did a fantastic job. It was insane. He was doing things that I wanted to do, and he seen the writing on the wall and got out kind of as all that was going on. But crappie anglers are different. Like, crappie is a big deal to LiveScope. And there was a lot of younger generation getting into it very quickly. And it was so new, nothing had been done about it. Even the bass world has struggled. The way I look at it is William Oliver. We keep using his name. Fantastic angler from Texas. I remember Brian saying, dude, watch what's going to happen if we don't do something about LiveScope. And I'm like, ain't nobody, like, we're just not good enough. I have a LiveScope on the front of my boat, on the back of my boat. I can catch bait with it, but that's all I can do. I don't have the time to ever become good at it. And I said, it has to be proven to me in person that we have to do something about it. And I didn't. I kind of pushed Brian off, and I said, we'll see. Well, William Oliver showed up to our second tournament last year. I don't think he had ever been on that lake. Doesn't matter whether he did or not. I don't think he'd ever been on that lake. Showed up with his wife and his daughter. Small boat. He had water in his gasoline, so his big engine wouldn't run. So he just fished from the boat ramp, around the boat ramp with the trolling motor. Got second place out of 40-some boats? Second place. Awesome weight. Got beat by Craig Norris. Really, Craig had a fantastic day, and I'm not taking anything away from Craig. But the fact that he came, used his trolling motor, and got second, in what he had just been doing the whole year before, if he didn't win a Central Texas tournament, he got second. So how many other people are doing that? Not a lot, but enough. And now the amount of anglers he's taken out is catfishing to get good at it. So am I worried about it ruining the sport? I think if we allow, because here's what's going to happen. Let's just say for Bama Blues, William Oliver came over to Bama Blues and he destroyed everybody. Not that he would, but let's just say that happened, or somebody won it on LiveScope. How does that make me as an angler want to go back to Bama Blues when I know that I can't LiveScope, I can't put the time in to fish against him? This technology is different than anything else we've ever seen. And you're literally one rod hitting a fish in the head, which means you still probably couldn't do that if, it's going to take us hours to learn that. And like I told you, Fudd, I love you to death. I don't think me and you will ever get that good until technology gets just super crazy, but I just foresee that being a problem. Watching what he did in Texas, I thought, if I don't do something now, there won't be a Twisted Cat in 2027. So that is why I did it. A lot of you watching, I hope you guys are all get great at it, but most of us just don't have the time to focus. I think he said something like he put, 5,000 hours in before he really understood what he was doing to really start catching those fish. I don't know. So you know what I want to do is I want to take William and 3 Twisted Cat top anglers and put them on a body of water this spring they've never been on and have a tournament and see what they do. Because William and another guy that was fishing there, now I don't know that this is true, but I had heard that they had their weigh-in or fishing done by 9 a.m. and they were crappie fishing the rest of the day in these tournaments in Texas. And the reason I believe that is because I've seen what he did, and I'm going to try to get him on the show and talk about it. So
ultimately, for me, and like you were saying a little bit earlier, that I was against you on it. No, but for me, I think the way I see it, for you, for Chris Sapp, Doug, anybody who runs a tournament trail, no matter if it's a local tournament trail, a big tournament trail, your decisions for the trail are your decisions. You are going to make whatever decision you feel is best for your trail. So I'm never against that for anybody. Whatever they feel the reason is for that, for their thing, I'm going to be either fishing it or not fishing it. That's just the way I look at it. If they want to run this tournament doing these rules, I look at those rules and say, is that something I can deal with? And then if I agree with them, then there's nothing I can say about it. I mean, of course I can have an opinion. I can talk to people, whatever, but generally, just like for things that you and I talk about, for the cost of Bama Blues and things, when you first told me you're thinking about raising the price, we were talking numbers and everything. And I was just like, I don't know, it could work well. It could not work well.
You were kind of cautious and against me. You talked about 750. And the way I ran the numbers, I'm like, we either go up or we don't. It ain't even worth going to 500 or 7. If you go to that $1,000 mark, Megabucks is doing $2,500. The math on that is wild. And I don't know that it's selling out, but it's, it's just a lot of money. I don't know, $100,000 payout. Now, granted, if you don't sell it out, you take some money off the bottom. And I was stressed about that, but I don't know. It's no matter what but dude, I lost sleep. That Liz knows that. I was stressed. I almost just said, screw it, and kept it $300 because I had a lot of hate. I had people personal messaging me. It was bad.
I had people. I was talking to people in my way, trying to just say, it is what it is. There's, I understand that it's not what it used to be. And it's not the same people running it. It's not the same tournament. And I understand that for some people that stinks, that's not ideal for them, but there's other options. There's other things. And that's what I was trying to get across, was that this is your tournament. They if they want to come to Alabama and fish, that tournament shouldn't be the only reason that they come to Alabama and fish. Come to Alabama and fish. Just fish. You don't got to be in the tournament. There's so many cabins and Airbnbs and hotels and things right around here that you can come here during one of these tournaments, even Bama Blues, get you a room and just go out here and fish and have a fun time. So to me, I guess being upset about something like that, I don't quite understand. I know that it's a change, and I've told you before, people don't care for change. There's a lot of people that don't care for change. So, and I don't like change either. And I think this year there's more changes in Twisted Cat in 2026 than we've had maybe ever. Honestly, just on the rule changes. Yeah. Say more than don't you think? We change, and people that are watching don't even understand some of the rules that have changed yet. There's a lot of things changing. Steve Hannon just don't understand anything about anything. So most of the time he's just kind of wandering around bumping into stuff, and people got to tell him what's going on in the world. And he's been busting my balls all night long. So I got to give him a little bit. Yeah. So no, there's, like I said, we are, I promise you one thing is my mind, I might be in a conversation, but I'm thinking about the next step of what,
Like I'm looking at 2027 already, even though 2026 schedule isn't out. It's not out because I can't get it out or I'm not doing anything. It's literally just waiting on a few of these cities to really, knock out, hey, let's do, this is the date. And once that date's set, it's like, boom, three tournaments drop because I'm done. We can't have Savannah, Alton, New Madrid, Keystone in 5 weekends. It just doesn't work,
Yeah. I mean, I guess, do you think that with more time, so like, let's just say, well, no, I would say probably not. I don't know if you would have an ability for somebody that didn't have $1,000 immediately to put, money down to reserve a spot, put half.
I think eventually, but I think if you look at how it played out, we had this open in June or earlier. Entry's been open for a long time, so people had time to save and stuff. And I mean, now the way it's going to roll is there's a chance that Hannon not fishing it this year, let's say he wants to fish it next year, that he can't fish it because he won't be able to get in. Like we're kind of setting that, that's the goal, is it just sells out every year and then people can't get in. September. So it started in September, and
I thought a little later on this year.
And again, you got to look at it like this. And I looked at it a lot of different ways where, $1,000 is a lot of money, but, you take, the world champion or the world championship that Douglas is doing is a $1,500 event for 2 people. MRM is $2,500. That's a lot. And people are still selling those tournaments pretty good. So my boat is there fishing. So, there's a lot of different ways to look at it. You know what I mean? Like I said, Liz and I will make mistakes. We're not perfect, but one thing is we learn from our mistakes and continue to make it the best we can be. And, I think that the fact that we're anglers also, like I understand from an angler standpoint what I want to see. You know what I mean? What makes sense. And, I think that helps.
Don't blame me for this 2-hour podcast.
Oh, Liz is on are you on TikTok? What are you doing? Oh, she's making a TikTok.
For my 15 friends to see it.
She got 15 friends on TikTok. Yeah. Hannah, I understand that, dude. He's going to bump his up to 125 and we bumped ours up $700. So I don't know. The goal is that we just want to have a really awesome year in 2026 and, just have a lot of fun. And we want to really think outside of the box. We want to get boats on the water, to get some media. Another big thing we're trying to do is, you can have another change we did on the youth is it's 14 and younger. So for example, Chris, Liz, and I can be a team of 3. And we can bring Rhett with us. Rhett is 11. So he can be our 4th. And technically, we could bring as many kids as we want that are 14 and younger on the boat, but a maximum of 3 adults. The only catch is only 3 anglers on the boat get points. So we have to decide, does Fudd want points or does Rhett want points? So Donald Moore was a perfect example last year. He had to decide. He had Drake as a 4th a lot on the boat. And they decided that Drake wasn't going to get points last year. Drake could have won Angler of the Year or Youth Angler of the Year. I don't know. I didn't do the math, but he didn't get those points because Donald gave them to whoever else was in the boat. So something to think about there. And again, we want to get as many youth as possible. So again, just like it's always been with Twisted Cat, 3 anglers, as many 14 and under. That 14 is kind of where we came up with, and we could change that, see how that goes. But we might put some media people in the boat. So what that means is there might be the 3 of us and Rhett, and if there's room, I might put Tom in your boat. Obviously, you got to let me, or you know what I mean?
You got to agree to it.
You got to agree to it, but I might put Tom in the boat. We did that at the championship, got some good media. It's good for the anglers that let them in the boat. We put Brandon in a boat at the championship. We put Tom in the boat. We might put Liz in a boat. Well, that's kind of unfair, though. You and Tom might not be able to get in the boats anymore.
Why?
Because you guys can catch some fish.
Well, they just had to do it. I did that one time when you were in a 1v1. You just can't say a thing.
Yeah, Liz was good. Like, I had rods going down, and she didn't even.
You were like turning around talking to the camera, and I didn't even wide eye the down rod.
Brandon said he just received another TikTok.
I know. Thanks, Brandon. I followed back.
So, again, about that, Liz is the real face that runs the place.
What's
They're
that?
$1,000 is a lot of money, but the
Oh.
payout is worth it. We would rather see a higher entry payout. Yeah, and you spend a lot of money, but again, with $1,000 entry, you got 3 anglers in the boat technically. So I mean, if everybody's doing their fair share,
Splitting it ain't bad.
That's like $700 an angler, right?
I can tell you,
140.
What?
oh my gosh,
What? $333. 33 cents.
33, Bob.
yeah, and again, so we encourage you, if you want to go live, we encourage you. Just don't get mad if you go live and catch again, that's what's funny. If I see somebody go live and catch an 80, I'm not going to go to that spot because most likely I'm already doing crappie. I'm going to probably continue doing crappie. You know what I mean? But we encourage people to get out there and do social media because that's what's helping build all this. And but anyway, so like with that being said, we're going to try to get a lot of media on the boats. We'll obviously try to have some boats at the tournament to take out, and we'll at least let you know what boat we're in. We'll be in a boat this weekend, but so if you see a boat roll up and we get close, we're going to try to not get too close. But that's just us doing, because people gave us some weird looks at Muscatine. Like we didn't tell people
you called the wrong names because you thought it was someone else.
Yeah, we were at the Jack and Jill in Muscatine. We took out the Twisted Cat boat, and people, they didn't know who we were. They thought like, why are they like squeezing by us like this? And then we're just shooting pictures.
It was us.
That was us.
6-0.
And well, you're gonna have this year. I know that there's multiple people running, myself included. I should have Starlink. People that are gonna have the Starlink on the boat's gonna be huge. I think for having good quality and good connection with some of the places that we're going to, and you'll be able to jump in with them and having decent quality cameras and stuff on the boat that the stuff that not a lot of people had before. And with more people doing the social media stuff and everything, you're seeing more people have this technology on the boat and implementing it and using it and learning it, and that's going to be cool this year. Like as far as some of the things that you're going to see with Twisted Cat, I think you're going to see some Alex and Liz basically jumping on random boats with people that have some of these setups and being able to see what's going on. Hopefully you don't see them catch a big fish and then all of a sudden, in the background, here comes 4 boats running up. I know where they're at.
Yeah, but it's we're going to get to the point where I had people in Morgan City that they were wanting to take their boats out and kind of watch people fish. And that's happened in the bass world. I mean, that people literally, you have 10 boats around you watching you fish. So yeah, Nate Moore brought a big thing, so you have to be careful what you say so you're not buddy fishing. Obviously, yeah. We don't want people sharing information during the event. That is against the rules, and I do not want to find out, that happened in some crappie stuff. That the goal is that it's a fun, fair event for everybody, but we want to grow it and have fun. We're not fishing for millions of dollars, but we are fishing for 40,000. My biggest stress this weekend is that I don't have to throw a yellow flag on somebody that's got the winning weight.
And I'm
if I throw the yellow flag, I promise you, there's about 100% chance the red flag's going to get thrown.
I can tell you this, hopefully not, but I can tell you this that from being a local here now in the Bama area, that this tournament and the money that it's bringing is generating a buzz. You know, as far as this, there's never been, you know, this kind of payout tournament in Alabama. So
last year was 12,000 first.
Oh, it's right here.
Well, I mean, it's simple. $300 entry last year. That was 30. We had a little over 30,000 because we had 105 boats. We went from a $30,000 or $32,000
last
payout.
year at 100 boats, $300 was a total of 32,000. 105 boats, 32,000 total payout. First place got 12,600.
Yeah. First place this year is going to get 40,000.
40. Jeez.
It's a lot of money. It's a ton of money.
I can still sign up.
You can sign up.
I can. Good luck running it. I'll write the first.
There is one spot left, I think.
Well, you haven't refreshed your email in a little
I
bit.
was gonna say, is there for sure?
There is one spot left.
And I am an implant, like Steve just said. I've only been here 3 years, but I've been coming here for over 10 years easily. I don't even know how long, but lived here for 3 years now. But I think they've claimed me, so I think I'm close enough to a local.
Yeah, I mean,
If I could turn my dog.
yeah, one spot left. I mean, that's a big deal, man.
Yes, it was like
But, hey, Liz, there's 99 boats that would gladly put you on their boat for sure.
I like to be a captain, though.
She does.
I like to.
I guarantee you, she's on the boat, ain't nobody catching a fish.
Even if it's your side, that's my rod.
So, what are you looking at? Clothing?
You got a live to run.
If you
So,
can get 200 people watching this live in the next 15 minutes, he'll give away the last spot.
So let's think about this though. Here, a lot of people had asked me, or somebody had asked me about promotional spots. What is a promotional spot? Do we have promotional spots? I don't know what a promotional spot truly is. There is no promotional spots here. When we say 100 boats, that does not mean there's going to be 105, 107, 127, 95. Well, it could be 95, but
I mean, there's going to be 117 when you wake up in the morning, but we're going to have to give some money.
we can refund it. Yeah. So, yeah, 100 boats, $1,000. This is the biggest. Like, I'm so pumped if we hit this 100. This is the biggest payout I've ever done. I mean, I know there's been bigger payouts and stuff, but like to come in and like to get this Bama Blues going, man, are just awesome. Like to keep it, like it's been going for a long time. I remember when I was new and fishing it, and Jody had it, and then Chris and Corey, and then George took it. I mean, it's changed hands a lot. I remember somebody last year said, "Oh, who bought the trail, or who you know what I mean?" Like it wasn't nobody. I didn't buy it. George didn't want to do it, and asked me to take it over, and we took it over. And our goal is to make it successful. And then Chris is a part of it still. And most likely you're going to hear Chris and Liz on the mic.
I gotta get my voice all the way back.
Not me.
Not that Chris.
Ramsey.
And then I'm going to be the fish measurer.
Measurer. It's getting late for me.
Yeah, it's getting late. So tomorrow morning we will make a post. We got to make a post of.
I'll make a post for Julie.
Oh, because Julie won tonight.
Yes.
Congratulations. So tomorrow we're going to give away a Twisted Cat entry. The disclaimer is, well, it doesn't matter. Actually, everybody can enter. Can you win if you've already won this week? What do you think, Fudd? We'll let you. So if you've already won a prize, can you win an entry?
Yeah, let everyone else have room for a
True.
winner?
That's
There
tough.
already was a winner.
It's a random draw, so I mean,
It's a random draw though.
If that person,
is this a Christmas giveaway?
Yeah.
it's the
Then
day
share-
6 of 6.
Then share the let the people.
You know what? Yeah.
You're such a giving person.
So
yes,
if you're
okay.
mad that we're saying like Cold Delp cannot win. Who else?
Jacob Longley,
Jacob
Julie
Longley,
Watercott,
Julie.
Run and Gun,
Run and Gun.
Nate Moore.
Nate Moore didn't win anything. With Twisted Cat.
True. Okay, I'm getting
Nate
If
Moore.
you
Hey,
haven't-
Nate Moore never wins. Let's give him a chance.
baloney. Poker Run. Hello, the
Okay,
Moors
yeah.
got it in the bag, literally bog bag. Okay.
They did get a bug bag.
Yeah. If you haven't yet, go over to Lux Deck page and get on their giveaways too. They're tonight. They're still doing their 5-day giveaway, and then tomorrow's their grand prize.
They're giving. Look, let's just. I got to pull
they've
this up.
given away
This
a
stuff is
bog
wild.
bag, a Magellan cooler, all kinds of things. I've been trying to win them. I've been trying to win Twisted
I can't
Cats.
win any of this stuff. I'll just stop it.
Whatever.
Hmm.
Santa don't discriminate.
Okay, so we're just going to share 2 quick things, and then we can get ready to roll. So check this out. If you're not following Lux Deck, that's Castaway that does our big fish prize. Check out their page. Go like their page, follow their page. Today, their stuff's crazier than ours. They're giving away these tumblers, 6 tumblers, and then they're going to engrave your name on them. So all you got to do is go to Lux Deck,
I really want those.
comment your favorite memory on the boat, like this post, and follow the Lux Deck page. That's today that they're giving away. Yesterday, they gave away a Yeti bucket with all this boat wash stuff. The day before, they gave away this Magellan cooler that they did a custom Lux Deck mat on. The day before, they gave a JBL Bluetooth speaker, and then a bog bag. I don't even know I forgot what they're giving away tomorrow. But listen, go to Lux Deck, follow their page, comment your favorite memory. I mean, right now there's only 12 comments. That's an easy win right
That's
there.
an easy win. Go
So,
there.
Go
post.
check it out.
Oh, and Steven won the trip with us. There's a winner.
See, Stephen, there's so many winners, we
day.
keep forgetting them all. But you're the number 1 winner, and you can't. Well, you can win an
Well, I
extra
hope
still.
he thinks he's the number one.
I hope you
winner
think they do. That's seriously.
with us.
But no, check out the Lux Deck and win their stuff. And then also, we would love for you to, something that would help us out. Look at those tools right there. We're trying to, let's see. If you go to this and leave us a review on the Facebook page, leave us a review about, look at this, Chris Wallace left a review, best trail in the country. Nobody does more for the anglers. Go leave us a review. We would really appreciate that on the Twisted Cat Outdoors Facebook page. And we'd really appreciate, oh, hold on there. There we go. All right, everybody's in. So indefinitely make sure you get in tomorrow. What do you got to do tomorrow? See, what do you got to comment? Comment.
That's for a free entry.
Maybe just your favorite body of water, or where's a good new. I mean, I know we talked
Where do you
about
want to
this a lot.
see Twisted Cat go?
Yeah, where do you want to see Twisted Cat go? That makes sense, like for a hunter boat tournament, or all the behind the scenes stuff.
Nate, there's literally 1 spot left. Like, I know 2 people that have already actually called me today. And once they figure out there's one, is there one? Let's check the email.
I'm gonna tell you. I think by the time you wake up in the morning, it's gonna be filled.
It will be. And then Nate, you're gonna be singing that song. If I could turn back time.
That's what I deal with.
Can we block Steve
Wait,
Hand now?
And make sure you follow, if you follow my personal
We are a
page
blooper.
and her personal page, the bloopers go on there, and let me tell you.
Listen, if you're putting a blooper of me up, I should have kept all of your bloopers.
No, I delete them when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Come on, Nate. One spot left. One spot left. One spot left. One. JT said he's buying 100. Somebody could buy the boat 100 and sell it for. Well, they can't really sell it for more, but they could sell it. Cheers, second best song.
Share.
Oh, shares.
See what I have to deal with?
Oh, you're kidding me. Hey, where are we gonna go fishing, dude? We're gonna have.
I've never been up to Walkeny, and I always hear about it. I'd be game for that.
3 things, Steven. You're gonna have good boat snacks, which you gotta let her know what snacks.
Yeah,
Number 1, an IceCo. Number 2, you're not gonna catch any fish because she'll get to the rod before you do.
No, I'll be
And
nice.
number 3, you are gonna laugh all day long. I promise. And there's a chance I fall out of the boat.
See what I have
You
to
know
do?
what I'm trying to read a couple things at the same time, so kind of don't hold me to it.
I can't read either.
Who is getting boat 100? 1 spot left. But just buy it. Here, look. What if you get second place and whoever got boat 100 wins it, and you could have spent $1,000 and then nobody would have that chance to beat you. It'll be 90. You'll only be fishing against 98 boats.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Let's play the system, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make a post tomorrow morning. We're asking you guys to do 2 things. Go leave a review on the Facebook page for Twisted Cat. Leave a sweet review. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 star. Leave a 5-star review. And comment. All you got to do to win a free entry, it's going to be a random draw tomorrow night. Comment where you want to see Twisted Cat Outdoors, a Twisted Cat Outdoors tournament in 2027 or whatever in the future. All you got to do is comment Ohio River. Well, don't comment Ohio River. Comment Jeffersonville, Indiana, Decatur, Alabama, Williamsburg, Virginia, Morgan City, Louisiana. That's all you got to do to win, to be a part. So, new email. Oh, just Adobe.
If I could turn back time.
Hey, Hannah, that's a whole nother podcast. And not Muncie, Indiana. Oh, he's hating on you. But all right, we got to go. It's 2 hours and 31 minutes, and I got work to do still. I got to finish all these rules and registration. Make sure you register for Garland, Texas, Lake Ray Hubbard. Registration's open. Tomorrow night, the Alton Catfish Classic is going to open up. Bud would still not catch fish. All right, we're out. Thanks for joining us tonight on a Monday night. The next Monday night will be 2026.
Weird.
So weird. See y'all. Have a great night.
I catch more fish than Steve Hannon.
Click.